Welcome to the Startup Espresso. I'm Hall T. Martin, the host of the show, where we talk about raising funding for your startup and the time it takes to have an espresso. I hope you enjoy this episode.
Hello, this is Hall T. Martin with the Startup Funding Espresso, a daily shot at startup funding and investing. Probabilistic thinking is making an estimate using math or logic to determine the likelihood an outcome is going to happen. This often involves statistics and historical data. If the revenue in a company has grown by 10% for each of the past 5 years, then probabilistic thinking will point to a growth rate of 10% for the coming year. Founders can also use probabilistic thinking for uncertain situations where there is little historical data. In our example, if we're estimating the revenue in the first year of a company without benefit of a track record, we can use probabilistic reasoning. In this case, we can use logic to estimate the revenue. For example, we could look at similar companies to see what revenue they generated in their first year. In applying probabilistic thinking, consider all the options. Expand your focus on what is probable to include what is possible. Gather additional information to tune the probabilistic estimation. This is called Bayes' theorem, which incorporates new and relevant information into the decision-making process. Apply probabilistic thinking to your startup decisions. Thank you for joining us for the Startup Funding Espresso, where we help startups and investors connect for funding. Let's go start hustling to the day.
Hall T. Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early-stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions.